Hello, my name is Micah Johnsrud, and I volunteered in Madrid, Spain this summer. When I first arrived, initially I was a little nervous to be in a new country. I had a bit of culture shock, but once I started learning more about the culture and the people there and got a little more adapted, I seemed to fit right in. A big part of the culture is actually food, and when you walk around, ham is a huge part of the food culture. You'll walk just downtown, down streets, and see pig legs actually hanging up in store windows and shop windows, and it's in a lot of food dishes there, a lot of tapas, and in just about every restaurant you go in, you'll see it. Another large part of the food culture is paella. It's a rice dish served in a black skillet. It's very good. Um, my personal favorite was the seafood paella, and you. This is a main staple dish there in Madrid. Another staple of Madrid, and one of my favorite parts of the food culture was actually tapas bars. Tapas is just pieces of bread with meat or cheese on top, and it's very popular to go out to a tapas bar. Very enjoyable. You often will get a beer as a side, or you can also get sangria, which is a very large staple in Madrid, and it's very good. It's a wine with fruit in it, and then sometimes they put a soda or something in it. And one of my favorite tapas bars was actually El Tigre tapas bar, which you'll see in the next picture. It's an all-you-can-eat tapas bar. Uh, for only about €5, actually, you can get all-you-can-eat tapas, and then for only €1 more, you get a large glass of beer or sangria. And in this next video, you'll see me trying to eat as much as I possibly can.
Doing work. Come on, Micah. Let's go.
And while food is a large part of the culture, I don't think anything is quite as big as Real Madrid, their football team. People gather from all over to watch the games in either bars or at the stadiums. And while we were there, it was actually amazing. They won some sort of championship, and there was a large parade in the streets. It was almost like a Super Bowl parade. It was a great experience, and you're about to see some of that in the next video. Another part of the culture, and a thing that people do a lot, is actually just travel around the city. This is a picture of Templo de Debod. I think I said that right. I'm not really sure, but people will go there at sunset to and just kind of picnic, drink wine, hang out, and it's really beautiful. Another big attraction is Parque del Retiro. Here's a picture of some of it. They have just flower gardens around. People are walking around. People are playing music. It's really quite beautiful. But the main attraction is actually this sort of large pool where people can uh, take little rowboats out and just hang out around for about an hour. You'll see a lot of couples and stuff. And people will also travel on Sundays to the farmers market here. It's a very popular place to go in downtown Madrid. There's a lot of fresh fruit, a lot of food, tapas, different like foods that people normally wouldn't try. It was really quite delicious, and they'll have drinks like mojitos and sangria and cerveza, and so just a really good time. A part of the Madrid culture, excuse me, that was kind of difficult to get used to was actually taking public transportation. Uh, it's very popular in Madrid, but personal space is quite an issue. They don't. It's not as big of a thing in Madrid as it is in America. And actually, on the first day we were there, our instructor told us that in Madrid, people will just come and sit right next to you, even if there are open seats all over. They just Personal space isn't as big of a thing in Madrid. Another part of the culture that was hard to get used to was actually the greetings. Kiss on the cheek is much more popular than it is here in America, and I think it only happened to me once, and I think that's because they could tell I was American. But it was kind of strange to get used to, but it was also kind of nice to experience that part of the culture. While experiencing the culture and going out to eat and that sort of thing was one of the main reasons I was there. The main reason was actually to volunteer at International Volunteer Headquarters, IVHQ. While I was there, I took the bus every day to go to a social service and teach refugees English. They all had a base of English, which was really nice, and they all seemed to really enjoy learning more. They were all very engaged, and it was honestly a great time, a great experience. One of the more impactful experiences I actually had while I was there, and it was interesting to see how different these refugees were than how they are portrayed in the media. The media portrays them all as just poor, begging for money and that sort of thing, but they were just seemed like you wouldn't recognize that they were refugees on the street. They just seemed like normal human beings, and they were all engaged, and it was just a great thing to see that people from all different cultures could come. They were from all over the world to come learn English and improve their lives, give them a chance, give them a second chance, and it was just a very impactful experience. Although my volunteer experience didn't directly relate to healthcare, I just kind of saw overall what an accessible social service can do for people. Just seeing, yeah, what that experience teaching them English could do. I saw them; they seemed more enthusiastic, and just comparing that to healthcare, they weren't rich people. They didn't have accessibility, just like we were learning in the last lectures. You know, if this social service was an expensive thing for them, they might not be able to have it. They might not be able to learn more English and improve their lives, give them more chances. And I think that does relate to healthcare in that if I think it should be more accessible for all people. Just because you aren't rich doesn't mean that you shouldn't have the accessibility to improve your life and make sure you're a healthy human being. But yeah, overall, my experience in Madrid volunteering abroad was really great, really impactful, and I had a great time experiencing different cultures and learning a lot. One of the main things I learned that I kind of took back with me was just that even if a culture is different than yours and it kind of makes you uncomfortable at first, just respect it, go along with it, learn what you can, and take what you can out of it. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day.